killing myself. Thank you, honey.
Okay.
Oh, is this where you get the proof on film
Yeah.
for my
I'm
insurance?
approved. Oops. Good job.
Boom!
You're a big boy.
You a big boy.
Yeah, you are.
Tell me you got a notification from YouTube.
Me?
Yes. Well, I did. But who knows what that means?
Oh, it's just the head. Oh, what's that?
Hey, Missy. My next door neighbor that I grew up with from Hingham said hello. Let me not repeat the audio. How's that? So we're at Kamala Beach in Phuket. Many of you who only know the word Phuket may sadly only know that there's this place called Patong, which is where many foreigners go. And it is hardly all that Phuket has to offer, that's for sure.
Melissa. Melissa?
Yes. And so this is great. Yesterday it was even windier. And today the wind has died down a little bit. The waves are still quite large, which is nice for, you know, viewing. I don't swim in it. Or I mean, I have, but I'm just not in the mood. This is called the Novotel. Those rooms up there right now are 1,140 baht. So quick math, $40 a night. Not bad, right? These ones here, I believe, are just under 100 a night. And you can't see it over the bushes, but the opening that's there in those sliding glass doors, right behind that is your bed. And it looks out over here. So we may partake in that later on. Today is Thursday, and the
Friday.
Oh, today's Friday. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Who knew? Top of the morning, Chris. Good to see you, buddy. Aloha, Mango. Greetings, Matt Tech. Good to see you, buddy. I assume you guys got notifications. I need to report to you that I am streaming live right now the exact same technical way I did it when we were in Patong Beach, when you did not get notifications. But yeah, so today's Friday. What is it, about 9 o'clock? Yeah, 9:05. And yeah, Gracie's hungry, shocker. And but we need to go drop off our laundry. And my buddy Greg, who lives here in Kamala, he says that there's a place right down the street from a massage place that we both know of, that's on the Rim Had Road, basically, is which is, I don't know what Rim Had is, like beach, ocean, water kind of thing. But I don't know exactly what the translation for Rim Had would be. But this is pretty nice. This is the Andaman Sea, right there. Not there, there. And the other way that sadly many of you may only know of Phuket is because of the tragic tsunami they had. Let's see, how long ago? 2004, I think. Yeah, so 16, or yeah, so 15 years ago. Because it was December of 2004. Boxing Day, which of course many people don't know what that is either, but of course I'm Canadian, so I know what Boxing Day is. The day after Thanksgiving. The day after Thanksgiving. The day after Christmas. So So thank all 8 of you for coming by this morning. Well, at least on YouTube. I can't see how many people are on Facebook, but... or Twitch. Oh, I got the notification yesterday that Periscope is completely done. But to be fair, I mean, Twitter bought them quite soon after they sort of debuted. And so that technology has been what's been used for live streaming on Twitter. I think when I live stream... oh, you know, actually I didn't set it up. Yeah, so I still live stream to my Periscope account, which I think all that happens is the Twitter then... oh, so December 26th. Yeah, nice. Paige is your daughter's name. God, hopefully I got that right, Missy. Well, that's weird. So I'm on... huh. Oh, okay, cool. The restream bot is not totally accurate, so luckily you're watching on Facebook. Yeah. You're watching the comments on Facebook. So far, oh, so that's the Intercontinental. If you're an IHG person, and I am actually, I need to, as we were walking down here this morning, I thought, you know, I should really check and see how many IHG points I have. And staying there for free would be nice too. What do you want to do for breakfast? Yeah, so do I. I kind of want to drive. We found this, like, I mean, it's basically like a, well, it's a tin roof, but tin roof rusted.
Yeah. So we can eat lunch there before going to check into the other.
Yeah, we can. That's true. But so for breakfast, though?
I don't know. Actually, anything.
We could go to Ying's. I mean, her breakfasts are fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Then we drop the laundry and we go there for
right. And we could walk.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, while I'm there, then I'll get 2 more days of motorbike, which really means that we don't need to come back here on Saturday.
Yeah.
But we'll come back to see Greg.
Yeah. Easy.
Up top. Boom. Oh wait, hold on. Up top. Boom. I got a couple of videos that I'll drop that I was when I was blithering into this camera earlier this morning, walking on the beach as well as hanging out over there on my rock. But one of the questions I have for you guys is when you see places like this, right? So not a beach, but a place that you're like, wow, I really like it there. Or when you come to a place and you're like, I really like it there. How much energy and what steps do you go through to change it such that that is your new place that you stay, your new place to live? Or is it gorgeous like that because you're like, I come here, it's gorgeous, I experience it for 2 weeks, and then I leave. And I go back to a life that I love elsewhere. Because I made this the life that I love elsewhere. Paige, awesome. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, this is only child beach, dude. And there is nothing like it. I'm a big fan. Where are you at now, Roger? Roger. Victor. Roger moved here. I want to say he got out of quarantine. How long has it been, buddy? 6 weeks?
He's here.
Yeah. And, well, there was actually one day I was on the way to go for a walk at Lumpini Park on the BTS. And he checked in and he was there, but they were just leaving, actually. So it was bad timing. I didn't get to interface with him, but I know that he was in Bangkok. I don't know if he lives in Bangkok. I mean, I guess technically we live in Bangkok, but we come to here from Bangkok. Like I've always said, one of the best things about Bangkok is how easy it is to leave Bangkok. Let's see if I can get to some of your comments on YouTube, and Gracie can do Facebook. Assalam. 8 weeks, right on, dude. Good for you. Definitely takes time and effort to make a great place permanent. Yeah, that's true, Patrick. Just the mechanics, right? I mean, how many YouTubers from Thailand talk about the visa process, right? Well, it's a very real thing, and yeah, that took a finite amount of time, but it took time. And, you know, to be fair, had I wanted to get out of the United States incredibly quickly, I could have just said, oh, screw it, I'm taking my passport, I'm taking my blocks, and I'm going home. And I could have done that and just, you know, came in here for 30-day stamp and then taken care of the staying here part. But I wanted to do as much as I can, as much prep as I could before I left the United States. Not the least of which is get, you know, those ATM cards. Suburb of Bangkok, yeah. Oh, Phuket next week, cool, dude. Oh, are you gonna do it during the sort of the Songkran holiday week that everyone has? Not everyone. Many people have as a vacation holiday, vacation week. This is just so you know, that was what she was concerned about. The water. How you doing? You living the dream? Best kind of dog in the world? One that does not bark. Hey, you with me? Yes. A lot of smells? Smorgasbord of smells? Good enough? All right, have a good one. A dog's life, as they say, right? Dog spelled backwards. Enough said. Asia Unscripted, ladies and gentlemen, Jason from Vietnam. How are you, sir? Hey, thanks a lot, man. There's no cowboy, yeah. Thank you very much, MedTech. I appreciate it. I'm a fan of it as well. It's a meter. It's been the easiest way for me to learn the metric system. Is being like, well, it's Gracie's hair from here. It's probably about 20 Gracie's hairs from here. The other reason I know that her hair is a meter long is that after approximately 4 hours in any room, so our new hotel room, our house, there will be anywhere from 10 to 1,000 of her hairs all over the floor. It was a good indicator, though. It's like, okay, well, where should we live? What kind of furnishing should we have? What kind of floor should we have? A white one. Because you know exactly. If we had like a black floor, a brown floor, you know. You say, well, you know, Gracie, you're not really losing your hair that fast. But man, it grows so fast. I've got to cut it. She needs to get like 6 inches off of the bottom, actually, because what happened, we were actually back over there at the rocks, and I looked down and she was like, you know, taking video of a crab or something, you know, and she's just like knelt down and her, you know, her hair's like dragging all over the ground. So I'm like, yeah, she sits on it occasionally. Ow, you know, we'll be at a restaurant. So. But all for my pleasure. Oh, Todd's thinking about going to Nong Bua Dang for Songkran. Nong Bua Dang. Remind me where that is, Todd. You know, so here's what's interesting, Roger, about your comment about getting here before all of the tourists, right? Same for you about Koh Samui. Yeah. At least until October. I mean, look, again, it's gonna open up, right? But I mean, it is so, I mean, I can't imagine Phuket was like this in 1960. It's just so, you know, empty, right? And I was asking Gracie, because like right here along Kamala Beach, you know, they have like basically tents. There's a few restaurants and shops and things like that, like up here on the left. But I don't think there's anything over 2 stories. And you know, I was like, hey, so you know, was Boracay like this? What did I ask you? Boracay like 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And you said 15 years ago there were only like a few resorts. Yeah.
Yes. Now it's really crowded.
Oh yeah.
And before, just like the mountain, you know, for example, on the top like that.
Right.
It's like it's all empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. Only
Right.
It's like 1, 2, 3 only like resort up there.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's all over.
In Boracay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no space anymore.
I know. Hello. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Of places that me or all of you guys we find gorgeous. So do other people. And so that's, you know, that's the thing. There's not a whole lot of landfills that have, you know, 20-story condos put in them with a walking path through the...
So he said that's how to get there before you open up and get flooded with tourists.
Yeah, flooded with tourists. Well, I'll tell you, like, I was here, for the most part, Gracie and I, we've been to Phuket when it was crowded. So I came here for the first time in late December 2014. Gracie and I came here for the first time in November of 2018, right? For basically what was US Thanksgiving.
Here in Thailand?
Yeah, well, yeah, because we were in Bangkok for like a week and a half, because I was on my grant. Yeah, yeah.
I guess that was 2017.
Was it? Okay, so November 2017, like Thanksgiving.
Oh, we went New Year. Yeah, we went New Year and Vietnam. You didn't come here? Or here first? Before
We went here first because it was November,
okay.
and I had my grant, and then I went to that conference for a few days.
Yeah.
So it's the first time I met David from Driver, and then we came down here for Thanksgiving and went to Coconut Island,
Yeah.
and then did the tigers and the elephants. A tourist attraction that I think both of us have realized is probably not the kindest thing to the animals. Well, especially for the elephants. I mean, when we were on our elephant ride, we heard other elephants screaming. That was brutal. And, you know, I mean, I guess we were sort of blinded by the whole, well, the advertising they do, quite frankly. And the belief at the time, because of lack of knowledge, of ignorance, that these were just wild elephants that said, well, sure, I tell you what, while we're here in the woods, why don't you just strap a seat to our back and we'll walk through the woods in a random fashion while you pick away at our back of our ear. So, oh man, Chris does this every time. Look at that, 8 Aussie dollars, dude. Thank you so much. Coffee money.
Wow.
Coffee money, thank you, dude. That's so awesome. I'm honored. And we,
Thank you.
so what happens is at the end of this, right, like YouTube flashes up a summary, and I believe the translation of that money, I believe it was $6.80 US. Which again, you know, I don't spend US dollars, I spend baht over here, right? But thanks, man. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. Because we had an amazing lunch yesterday, which is what we were talking about, which is where we'll probably go again today. And that was 160 baht. So basically, you bought us lunch the other day. So you're my hero. Thank you. But I agree with you, Todd. I think it's going to be like October, and then, you know, who knows what's going to happen. I mean, for God's sake, nobody knew that 2020 was coming. Okay, so 2020 come. But I don't think, you know, certainly most of us didn't predict Myanmar. We weren't like, oh yeah, they're going to revolt. I don't think anybody in the world was like, oh yeah, Vietnam's going to be the #1 most successful country at swaying COVID. Arguably, Thailand is #2. I'm sure there are other countries, and maybe we're not #2, but it's #1 for me, that's for sure. Statistically, as far as I'm concerned, there is no COVID here. It's statistically insignificant, the amount of people that have died, which I believe as of today is 88. You know, that's just amazing. But yeah, someone said don't buy balut, which is, I completely agree. We're not going to do that. I hope that's not like some crazy wedding ceremony.
Balut.
Yeah, like when we get back to the Philippines, they're going to be like, oh, well, now that you're the asawa, you have to eat all this friggin' balut. That would be bad.
I didn't like it before, but when I got pregnant with the Riz, I found it.
Oh yeah, but
like it.
don't women like really weird stuff when they're pregnant anyway?
Yeah.
Like, have you eaten it since being pregnant?
Yeah.
And you liked it?
I know, and since then I did.
Oh, Greg just sent me a message. We may want to call him.
Greg?
Yeah, he got back from dropping off Cha, I guess.
No, just tell him we're going to the
Yeah, well, yeah, and then drop off
for
the laundry.
breakfast, yeah. Drop off the laundry and then go for breakfast.
Indeed, that calls for a refreshing mango smoothie. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Patrick will never ride an elephant or wear elephant pants.
I like
AKA
it.
idiot pants.
I enjoy that, but of course,
Yeah.
we don't know what.
Right.
what
Well, we
we're
enjoyed
going
the
to.
tigers too, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But
it's-
you know, doing the tiger thing again, I would love to do that if we want. But the elephant, no, I don't want to ride anymore.
yeah.
Elephant, yeah, I feel
No.
sorry for you.
No, it was really bad.
Actually, it's okay. The
Well, they don't
elephant
even
won't-
know you're there. Yeah. The seat weighs more than you do. Yeah. I'm sure the elephant is like, oh my God, I wish these flies would get off my back. Gracie's up there with all of her 43 kilos of Gracie. How much of that is your hair? Like probably 20 kilos? The guys said they love your hair, but did they say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're that.
Then the elephant would feel like I'm just the flies. Flies above the carabao or
Oh yeah, the flies, yeah, the bugs and
Yeah.
everything.
just like
And Mazakan Bodo says he wants you to take a selfie with a Thai buffalo.
Thai buffalo.
Yeah, which basically it's like a
Carabao?
carabao. Yeah, it's like a carabao. And I know why he says that, because there's the joke, right, that like a guy will meet a Thai girl and she'll be like, oh yeah, I really love you, give me some money, I have a sick buffalo. Yeah, I know, it's goofy, but
I don't dig it.
you don't dig it? Any of you guys have ever been here, like, well, let's say for the sake of argument, the west coast of Phuket, since the tsunami or shortly after, as well as having been to New Orleans area, but also the other parishes near there after Katrina? Man, it was really embarrassing for me the way that the United States rebuilt from Katrina. I mean, 3 years later, there were people that still had homes that had a ton of water in it, mold everywhere, you know, big like red or yellow tape X over the front door, and I mean, and just water, just like it's sitting in like these because I mean it's below sea level. And then you come here to Phuket, and within 4 or 5 years, my God, after 10 years, the whole place, it was like tsunamis don't exist. It's amazing. I mean, the only reason you know there was a tsunami is because there's this big area in many cities, not the least of which is here in Kamala Beach. There's a memorial, you know, and for all the poor people that died. But man, I tell you, in contrast, I was like, my God, Louisiana's a third world country. It's frustrating. I don't know what that means. Hey John, you're not late to the party at all, buddy. Does Gracie speak Thai? No, in fact, Gracie speaks even less Thai than I do. However, she looks like a Thai person, apparently. I mean, I don't think so, right? But you look Filipino. I mean, to me, because I mean, I can't see you differently than I do, right? I mean, it's like I see you as I met you and as I've experienced you, so it's hard to. But no, and in fact, she looks so Thai that usually what'll happen. I mean, I'm talking 99% of the time. If we'll enter somewhere, and this happened yesterday when we went to the Big Boy Burger Club.
Yeah.
The woman comes over, she recognized me because I had posted Big Boy on Facebook, because their burgers really are good. And you know, she why'd us, which was nice, and then, but she, you know, started talking to Gracie in Thai. And that happens pretty much everywhere we go. They look at me and they're like, hello. And then they look at you and they're like, oh, sorry, blah, 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 you know. And it's like, no, she's Filipina.
Yeah, I feel sorry when they start talking to me Thai and I cannot respond because I don't know what to
Well, you know to not respond in Thai.
Yeah, what?
Because then they're like, oh, blah, 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 even more, you know.
What can I do?
No, I think what you say, usually you say is, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, I don't speak Thai.
Yeah.
I think the easiest thing is to say you're Filipina. Because I think the world knows that Filipinas know English.
Yeah, supposed to be if I say this like, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Then, you know, it's just, common sense.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. It means that I'm not right.
Right. Oh man, so Missy lives in Oregon, in the capital of Portland. Is that the capital? My God. I think it is. She says Portland's become a third world country where she lives. People are just like crazy up there. Dave asks, how many shirts have been sacrificed to make this shirt? If you guys remember my video from many years ago, the back, these pieces, or wait, no, maybe not. I can't remember. Anyway, is this my old shirt?
No.
Okay, so my other shirt was my old shirt, and that was one.
I guess this one though, but I guess not.
Some of this fabric was actually taken from the cutting room floor, as they say, of Dana's house. Idea Studio Dana, Bangkok Strange Dana. Because I had a Robert Graham, and one of the things I liked about Robert Graham is there's pretty much like about 4 different pieces of fabric that's used in a Robert Graham. So they have different inner cuffs, and they have a different inner collar. I mean, you know, the fabric in the front, fabric in the back, right? But I'm like, no, I want a really funky shirt, man. What I want to do is I want to take random pieces of fabric, sew them together, and make a shirt. And Dana, being skilled in sewing, he's like, well, you know, just like throw stuff at a machine, Mike, and it comes out as a pattern. So anyway, we met this guy Earth, and who is an absolutely wonderful young man, and Thai, and he makes these shirts for me. And so I gave him like a bucket of fabric, little swatches of it. Sometimes you know, nothing as big as a yard. And he makes these shirts for me. Now the problem is that I have 12 of these different shirts, completely random fabric. Gracie believes.
Yeah, I thought when I did that
And
I thought you were just wearing the same shirt.
She was wearing the same shirt over and over and over again. I'm like, no, it's just a whole bunch of different crazy shirts. And so what did you say that I have to I should do like a video and explain that like I'm not wearing yesterday's shirt today, by the way.
Yeah,
because you thought I was.
Yeah, in your own opinion, yeah, but you know, other people that doesn't know that you have a dozen of these different shirts, that it looks the same.
They're like, this friggin' guy's got one shirt. He's so poor. We should give him money. Send me money. I can't afford clothing. Oh, hey, how you doing? So Do More Life is my buddy Jeremy. He lives in Bangkok. And Jeremy.
I guess I saw you just like you did video together.
Yeah, we would do live streams on Sundays. Is that right? I don't know. Occasionally.
I don't know.
Good to see you, man.
That I thought he's giving.
Salem is the capital of Oregon. That's weird. All right, thank you. 360 degrees from Mikey on the boom. How you doing?
You make me dizzy.
I'll make you dizzy, even with my 9, my GP9, my H9. I'll message you later, Mike. All right, awesome, buddy. I'm sorry if I'm late with your message and I didn't see that, but good. I'm glad. Would it be good to hook up, connect? Oh, you're gonna head up to Kamala. Okay, awesome. So Todd's gonna head up here. Todd, the doorman.
When?
I don't know. He's coming up for a haircut. Never visited the southern leg of Thailand. So I'm trying to think. I think this is the furthest south I've been. I mean, we've been to Malaysia, of course. What was the island? So I think the next like sort of area we've been from here was Langkawi.
Langkawi, yeah.
Because I think because we were gonna go from Langkawi to, we were gonna take a boat up to Thailand.
Yes.
What was that island? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe something like crab. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can't remember. I want to say Colipe, but I'm quite certain that's wrong.
Philippines?
Colipe, L-I-P-E.
Oh, Philippines?
Was
I
it?
don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But I thought that's Thailand.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, right? But they had this cool thing where, like, if you took a boat
I
from,
guess it's, yeah.
yeah, we were gonna go from, or maybe it was Penang. Anyway, it was Penang, or we've been to both Penang and Langkawi. Langkawi we liked a lot better.
Penang. I guess it's from Penang because from Penang we flew from Penang to Singapore and Singapore home.
Oh, to Kalibo that one time. Yeah, that's true. So I'll give you guys a little bit more ocean as we sort of end up our walk. This is our hotel up here, and then we're gonna grab our laundry. And how much laundry do you think we have? A couple kilos?
Maybe just 2.
Yeah, take care, man. Go back to work, JC. Good to see you, buddy. Be well. Love the shirt. Pays sews her own clothes. Ooh, currently working on a wool jacket. Dude, how big is the needle for that thing? Silk lining. Not that you remember wearing wool. Yeah, no. The only wool I interface with now is on an animal walking past me. Yeah, our buddy from Florida just finished dinner. It's, let's see. What time is it now? Like 10 here?
9:30.
9:30, so it's 10:30 p.m. there. All right, guys, well, we're gonna end this live stream with Gracie's beautiful hair. Whoa. With that, anyway, it's Mike's.
Gracie.
From LiveMyAssOff.com saying, I hope you're living the dream, because if you are not living the dream,
You're doing it wrong.
mwah, boom.